a little trade deadline story time. All of you here have experienced a mid-season trade. John, I'm going to start with you. You talked a little bit about how weird it is to be on this side on trade deadline day, because you've been on the other side and you know the emotions that can come with a time like this.
Yeah, for sure. I kind of already knew I was about to get traded. And I'm asleep, taking a nap. My assistant walked in, like, yo, you got traded. I'm like, okay, cool. Where? He say, back to Houston. I said, man, why you waking me up for? I could have stayed asleep. Like, I know it's over after this.
Did you go back to sleep?
Man, coma. Don't wake me up.
But when you, even though you were like, okay, listen, I'm going to go back to sleep, how do you take in the fact that things are about to change for you?
Well, I think kind of differently now, where they do it now, they do the trade before the All-Star break. You know what I mean? I had an opportunity where I had a teammate that, not teammate, but my homeboy, they got traded after the All-Star game. And now he's like, do I get on the plane to go back home or do I stay here and figure out where I'm going to stay? So I like the new idea that they have that you know ahead of time, now I'm moved to a new team. Now, during All-Star break, I can go figure out where I'm going to live, move and pack my things up. But I think it's kind of different when you don't know and it's a surprise. But I think when you already know, tensions will come around like, yeah, I think I'm about to be moved. You're kind of, I might miss some games, not play this game and do those certain things. So they're preparing the guys a lot better now.
Yeah, and I think they do a great job within the CBA, the negotiation that they did to make sure they can pay for stuff, how you get guys there. Like, there's a certain standard. And I think, well, Blake didn't have a great experience.
Spoken like a true front office person. It's actually really easy for the guys.
No, I say this, and the reason why, speaking from somebody on the W side that was getting on a commercial plane where a lot of our guys are getting on private jets. Okay.
Yep.
Well, now.
Good jet now.
Now it's like
they're on a jet
throw that
now.
in our face.
But the thing is there's a standard. Like, you have to across the board, and that's good because there are some teams that would try to get around that. And you always just go back to that CBA and say, this is what you need to do. And so shout out to the union and to the league for making sure the players are taken care of in that regard.
Which brings us to BG. Tell us your story of being traded mid-season.
Like John, I did not know I was getting traded. It's a whirlwind. Like I remember I was hanging out with my kids. We were like playing this game on the trampoline, and my phone buzzed, and I looked and I saw the Woj tweet, Blake Griffin, to the Pistons, and I was like, right back in the pocket. Kept playing my trampoline game, and then I was on a flight the next morning at 7 a.m. So like everything changes, and that was the first time I had been traded. And I just remember, you get there physical, you got a media, and then play the next day. So I just remember that first game, just kind of playing on fumes. It was a lot of fun. We went on like a little 5-6 game win streak right when I got there, and it was a blast. But it is like one of those things where you kind of just got to like slow down and just realize, okay, everything's gonna be fine. None of your stuff is where you think it is. It's so different, especially if you've never been traded before.
Yeah, I would just think there's such a level of anxiety on a day like this. What is going to happen if my phone rings? What does this tweet mean?
Every time your phone rings, you're probably thinking, like, is it me? Who is this? Like, it's alert, and you're like, oh, please don't be me. And it might be you.
Yeah.
Well, the reason why that you have to go really fast is because some trades cannot be finished until that medical is done. So a lot of times, you're like, I need a little bit more time. But if you don't get in that window of when you can look at all the medical and be able to decide, then that could be a problem. So there are teams that are a little bit more aggressive than others, but that's one of the reasons.
That medical be alive. You had any injuries? Oh, you at the physical office all day.
Laying in an MRI
I was like,
machine.
excuse me, can I go get to the hotel, please? Do something different. They're like, no, we need like 6 hours here to make sure everything is okay.
They wanted me to get on a plane at like 6 p.m. that day. I found out at probably 2 p.m. And I said, I give me 13 hours.
Yeah, I'm on the trampoline.
Gotta finish this game.
Rudy, what was your experience?
The first one from Memphis was, I kind of felt the rumbling, so it happened during a shoot-around. I actually went to Oklahoma City and went through a shoot-around and got traded after shoot-around. But the one that really caught me off guard was the one from when I had a cup of coffee in Toronto, which was about as long as you were on the trampoline that day. But when I went there, it was weird because, Toronto's a different country. I had most of my stuff stuck in customs for a straight year. even after the trade had happened. So,
Wow.
I had to go. I had to like buy new clothes. Like everything I had was stuck in customs. My cars, everything. So, I had to figure out life without everything I've had up to then. So that was tough for me. But of course, you make the adjustment. You figure out, what to do and move on.
It really was stuck for a year. Like that is.
I'm not even exaggerating. It was stuck in customs for a year. I'm not trying to steer away
Bought some new whips.
any.
Let's talk about Canada and U.S. relations.
Right.
Swin, what about yours?
My bad, Toronto.
They ain't had no plug.
Huh?
They didn't have a plug.
I hope it's gotten better, but
Okay.
Speaking
What
of free
about you,
agents.
Swin?
So my situation was a little different. We couldn't come to an agreement on what the contract was going to look like. And so when that happens and you just understand there's too much water underneath the bridge, we made a decision and we knew there was a team that wanted us and they were willing to negotiate. But when Bill Lambert's on the other side of that negotiation, I had won 2 championships with him already. Billy didn't make it always easy and everybody didn't always like him. And so instead of me going directly to New York, I went from Chicago to Atlanta and then eventually got to New York that same year. But yeah, they were unwilling to do business with Mr. Bill Laimbeer. But eventually I got to New York and I retired in New York with the Liberty. And I was able to retire actually at MSG, which was pretty
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's amazing.
So yeah.
We're used to that place, right?
Yeah, we used to that place, Big East. Shout out
Huskies,
to UConn.
big Husky.
Lee Blue.
Big Husky.
Y'all see what they do?
There's a lot of Huskies.
Played him in that
up here,
building.
We all played there, guys. Let's go. Sorry, you
You didn't
brought
play
up the
college
trades
there. You didn't play college
You didn't
there.
play there, though.
I played in college there.
Did you?
Yeah, he played Memphis. I watched that game.
He played
Sorry.
God, how do you know every?
And I'm gonna tell you why. When he was playing against Derrick Rose and Derrick Rose played, and I said, you know what? Whatever Coach Cal had, this is where I'm going to play. That's how I already had my mind made up.
Wow.
Cute story. But UConn Huskies, that's what we're talking about.
UConn too, though. We beat them there.
I'm Taylor Rooks with NBA on Prime. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to see interviews with your favorite players, experience the most exciting moments from around the league, and see what the NBA on Prime crew is up to all season long. And remember, you can hang out with us live each week during the NBA season only on Prime.